Right, hello everyone. Welcome to our live stream. And I've got this funny box around my face, but off it goes. So, what have you had for lunch today? Maybe you're in the middle of it. I reheated some butter chicken from last night. Quite good, if I do say so myself. Though I can't claim that I did make it actually. I just reheated it. But I hope you are well. Thank you for dropping in. I can see that there's someone watching. Say hi in the chat if that's you. Otherwise, you might be watching this later on, and that's fine too. We're up to our third video in our series, which is just having an overview of the Bible, taking a look at the broad picture and seeing what we can learn. So, if you haven't watched the other two, feel free to do that after this one. But today we're looking at, after things have gone wrong with the world, what happened? What's the next part of the story? We saw last week that we need to be made into new creations because the sin in the world and our disobedience to God. So today we're going to have a look at the story of Noah, and you might be familiar with that. If you are, that's great, but we're going to really hone into what the Bible actually says. So let's bring that up now, and we're looking at Genesis chapter 6, if you want to follow along, from verse 5. All right. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on the earth, and he saw that everything they thought or imagined was consistently and totally evil. That's not a good picture, is it? So the Lord was sorry that he had ever made them and put them on the earth. It broke his heart. And the Lord said, I will wipe this human race I have created from the face of the earth. Yes, and I will destroy every living thing, all the people and the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds of the sky. I'm sorry I ever made them. But Noah found favor with the Lord. We'll skip ahead to verse 9. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on earth at that time, and he walked in close fellowship with God. Now God saw that the earth had become corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, I've decided to destroy all living creatures, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I'll wipe them out along with the earth. Build a large boat from cypress wood. So, what can we learn by looking at this? If we take a look at the thing that stands out to me first, it's that the evil in the world breaks God's heart. So when we look around at the evil in the world, the suffering and the brokenness around us, we can remember and see from this passage here that it breaks God's heart first and most. That the evil in the world is coming from human wickedness. And we also see here that, well, God has the authority to wipe people out if he wants to. He created them. It says, the human race I've created. Well, it makes sense to me that he would have the authority to destroy the world. The amazing thing is that he doesn't. And he doesn't because of one person. It says, but Noah found favor with the Lord. Let's look ahead to see what it was about Noah that pleased God. It said he was righteous, blameless. He walked in close fellowship with God. And we see that because of this relationship that Noah has with God, he's wanting to do what God says. He's that's pretty close, walking with God. God tells him what is about to happen, what's on God's heart to do. And in fact, he saves Noah and his family. And in fact, the entire human race because of Noah. So we see that if we want to hear what God's up to in the world, which we were talking about on Sunday, the people that walk with God, that try to do what pleases him, not perfectly, but that's the orientation of their heart, God will reveal things to them, what he's doing in the world. And I imagine that Noah's heart would also be breaking because of what he was seeing in the world around him. His relationship with God would have that, that impact of God's heart on his heart. And so that's pretty exciting. If you have any questions or thoughts further to that, I'd love to see them in the chat or the comments. Feel free to put them there. You can put them there now or afterwards. I hope you've enjoyed your lunch and this short time together, and looking forward to seeing you in our next episode next week. And as I said, if you haven't seen those previous episodes, you can catch up on our YouTube channel to see where the story has been so far. So what's our action step for today? Well, for me, it's going to be that by staying in tune with what God's saying, by listening to him, by trying to walk with him and in obedience to him, that I should hope and pray that he'll begin to reveal what he's doing in the world around me, so that he can bring his saving power to work through me. It's pretty incredible to think about. It's also an amazing thought to think that what breaks God's heart, is the evil in the world, and his heart is breaking in a far deeper way than ours ever can. So God cares, and he cares about you. God bless, and see you next time.